Hey everyone, today's video is to walk you through the Discord channels to help you understand what are all the different channels and what is the purpose for each channel. As soon as you finish your WAP membership, right, be it a free or a premium, right, you will land here. And depends on your type of membership, right, you get to see different channels here. So as a pre member, you get to see only limited channels, and as a premium member, they get to see everything. So when you sign in as a premium member, these are the different sections that you see in your Discord. As soon as you log into the Discord, these are the sections you see. Okay. So one is community, other one is daily prep, the trade alerts, investments, learning area, and TA experts area, that is for technical analysis experts area, right? For those who wants to learn about technical analysis, you can try to understand what I post, and you can also post any charts in this within this section. I'll expand each of these sections and I'll go over what these channels are for. Okay. Community, as the name suggests, this is for the community. Okay. So as soon as you sign up, right, and you come into the Discord server, and this is the channel that you'll land with. Okay, and these are some of the. If you click on the channel topic, right, you'll see what is the common etiquette that we want to follow in this server. Okay. And announcements is one-way street. This is more of a one-way communication from me about different things happening. It could be any promos, or it could be about my availability, like profits in EOD reports. This is where members post their P&L. Okay, on individual position, it could be at the account level, right? So those information you can see here, and this is another place where I post my daily holdings and what is my daily P&L, right? So you know how I'm doing in the given market conditions, right? How I'm doing and what are my active positions right now, what is my entry, and what is the current P&L for that day. Okay, so this is the end of the day report that I submit every single day. And member chats, this is open for everybody. So for the free members who wants to check out the service, right, they get access to this member chats channel where they get to participate and access to all the great traders that you see in this server. Okay. So you can participate in the conversations, you can ask questions, you can post information, right? This is where free collaboration happens between the community members. Now, trading tools, as the name suggests, different tools that we use in our trading. Okay, right, and are also right. Some of the tools are that I use, to help my trading. Right, those all tools are posted here, and any new tools that I'm developing or that I'm learning, worth sharing, right? They all end up here. Okay, for instance, most recent one is April 27, right? So this is an excellent heat map that you can see built by Finviz, right, to understand how themes are working, right? Which themes are active in the market, which themes are hot, which themes are like lagging, right? Which themes are leading. So you get to see that when you click on this thing like this. And these are all the tools that we use as part of the our trading methods, right? So how do you calculate size, right? Hey, given a trading idea, right? How do I size my position? Like how big I should go, how small should I go, things like that. So different tools are posted here. So not a lot of messages here because we use the same tools over and over again. Right? So you might want to check out all the messages from the top. Right? What are the different tools that we use and see how that is useful to you. Okay. And this is the bot commands. This is where the integration with third-party bots happens here, right? So unusual whales, that is one good one. We also had TradeTex, but TradeTex seems like they have some issues with their service itself. So I discontinued that TradeTex. But this is unusual whales where you can issue different commands. Like for instance, you want to see how option premium flows are happening for say like Apple stock, right? So you can type commands like this and you get to see how the options flow is. Obviously, today's Friday, no trading day, so that's why there is no flow. So this is an active flow for that given day, right? So you get to see how the options premiums are flowing. For instance, yesterday when I ran it at 1:33 p.m., right? So put premiums are so high and call premiums are so low. So that is an indication or an indicator for a lot of people who wants to make use of this options data in order to position themselves. Should they open a long position or should they take a short position or just sit on hands? Okay. So not just that, there are several commands issued by Unusual Whales. You're encouraged to go through Unusual Whales documentation to find out what are all the different commands available and see how it helps you with your trading. Okay. And this is another channel. This is again community participation, where this is like I periodically I post polls, different polls to understand members' behavior or collect feedback or collect inputs in respect to different topics, right? For instance, most recent question that they asked is that when you trade options, what's your stop loss, right? And present different options. So I try to understand what are the different like what how members are thinking, and so that I can plan accordingly if it's anything related to trading. Next is daily prep. Daily prep here is again, this is one-way communication. Market pulse. Market pulse is something I post every single day. This is more of like an retrospective of what happened in the given day and what to expect on the next following day to help you prepare, right? There can be FOMO in terms of like, hey, market is going up and I may be missing something, right? So you might have a lot of that FOMO, or it could be like completely other way around, right? So where you need to participate in the market, but you are like, I'm not believing this market, right? So market pulse helps you to get unbiased inputs and helps you to position yourself for the next trading day or next week and so on. I'll include as part of the market report, right? So I include a lot of good data, right? So every single day, I scour through multiple news sources, and I have a composite scoring mechanism which will help you to position yourself how you should be positioning for next following day, for that day and following day, right? So there is some issue with the VIX, but VIX is something this day. And I speak through what are the different earnings that are key earnings, right? So which are market moving earnings, and brief walkthrough of what happened on that given day and what is expected, how the money is moving, which industries, which sectors the money is moving, which sectors are weak for that day, and what to expect for the next following day, right? Say this July 2 to 11, right? That is for basically the entire next week. And I include key events that you should be aware of as a trader, right? And some guidelines like what to do, what not to do, right? Again, these are the guidelines, right? Whether you want to follow it or not depends on your trading strategy, right? This information might be helpful as part of the market pulse. So, which I do that every single day. Okay. And also, as the market activity happens, as the market opens, right, I keep posting my commentary, some observations that I'm making during the market hours, and different infographics that could be relevant for your trading. Right, I post all of that into market pulse. You can create a thread, and you can respond using for those messages. And breaking news, this is more other integration with Unusual Whales. So this is where all the breaking news that happens. So you don't have to go to Twitter or news channels to find out what's going on. You'll get a headline here. So if the stock is moving, potentially there could be news around it. And that news could be available under this breaking news. Okay, could provide you simply more context what's going on. And watchlist is a daily thing. Every night or after the market is closed, I work on what stocks that are setting up for the next following day. Right, this is actionable for the next following day, and I post my trade plans. Hey, what stocks I'm watching, and how I'm going to take them. Right, if it behaves, right, if a stock is setting up and if it is working, or if it's going to work, right, these are the potential. What is the symbol and what does it do, right? Chime is a fintech and Chime Financial is the name, and what do they do, right? And any recent news catalyst for that stock, right? Worth calling out. So those are included as part of the title. And then entry range, if the stock is moving on that given day, on the next following day, this is the potential entry range. So if you can get this entry range, that's wonderful. If not, then probably you need to rethink whether you want to take the trade or not. Okay. And what is entry? What is the potential stop? Right? And how much you're going to risk basically. So with this trade, you might risk up to 2.9%. And a note, brief note, based on my observations about that market, about that stock, on the and what is the setup, right? So what is the setup I'm noticing, and why it made my list. Okay, and similarly for all the stocks that I'm watching. Some days there can be more, some days could be less, depends on market conditions. What is setting up. Okay. Next is the actual juice of the Discord, which is trade alerts. Okay, so trade alerts is where I post different trade alerts. So earning setups, like if an earnings worth calling out, like some companies says come in and then say like, hey, we are going to make 200% more sales the next quarter, right? So those are worth calling out, and oftentimes those kind of stocks move a lot in the next few days. So I want this channel is dedicated for calling out those earning setups. And penny pump trades, it's just a fun name for calling it like a scalping. Right? For the day traders, oftentimes you'll see daily pumps on low price stocks. So for those who are fast and who are in front of the computer and who can operate fast, right? So this is for them. So I oftentimes like I post as soon as I notice a stock is moving. So that channel is dedicated for scalpers who wants to take quick trades. Right, a trade can last for a few minutes to a few hours, right? At most. Most of these trades we close by end of the day because they are meant for scalping, not for swinging, unless the stock is the catalyst is good and it's not just a pump, right? And it's worth swinging for the next following days. Then unless any of those conditions are met, these are all day trades and we close them by end of the day. Next is swing trades. This is, as the name suggests, these are swing trades. Swing trades often, like the duration of a swing trade is more than one day and can last up to weeks or even months. As long as it is going in the right direction for us, we keep the stock. Okay? We trail them using systematically, like moving average method or ATRs, different trading strategies that we use in order to be in the trade, right? So keep the winners and cut the losers, right? So we try to keep the winners as long as they're moving well. Next is long-term trades. The intention for these long-term trades is to come in and take the trade with the mindset that you're going to hold that stock for a really long period of time. That means like long for me is more than a month and up to 6 months or even years. Like again, same theory. As long as the stock is behaving, I'm in it. Okay. Next is positional trades. These are more than 6 months where you want to keep them and hold them for a really long time. Like for instance, like recently I posted about Nike and recently I also posted about Arc, right? So because they are dead beaten and you want to be little flexible with them. That means what I mean by flexible is like your risk threshold is more, right? So that's where you want to take smaller size for these kind of positions and smaller size and wider stop loss. So you get to stay in the trade for a long period of time and give room for that stock to work. In options trades, this is where the options trades goes. This includes income strategies. This includes daily options or zero DTE, right? All the option trades are posted here. And this is a testing channel, so ignore that. You won't see it, even if you are trading now. Overnight swings, this is a new setup for any stock that is worth swinging overnight for a quick gap up, like 10-15% gap up. Those stocks will show up here. Okay. So recent trades that we took are like one is SOC is one we took, and then other trade is SLS. You can see the chart for SLS. That's excellent trade turned out to be, right? So the stocks that worth holding over the night. Okay. And expected move. This is new addition to the channel. Right? So expected moves, again, that's a separate video coming up for the expected moves. So simply one liner is for any given stock, right, that have options. Generally, options market decides how much this stock is going to move next day, next week, next month, next quarter, and stuff like that. So there is a way to calculate how much it's going to move. So I calculate that using VIX, IB, and the complex formula. And based on that, I alert folks, right, when a stock is going to the either of the extreme, which are usually tradable. Okay. So I'll cover more on that later. And investments, these are like as the name suggests, investments, Warren Buffett style investments, like the one which are strong fundamentals here will end up here. Learning area, this is for people who wants to learn about stock trading, right? In terms of, I include knowledge base where different tidbits about stock trading, different tools, or different you know lessons that we learned as the time progresses in the market, right? So, like for instance, see this car, an example, right? Any stock that goes up parabolic, like will meet this kind of fate, right? So this is a lesson worth noting for ages. No matter how many years go by, stocks always going to behave the same, right? History often repeats. If not repeats, it rhymes. Okay, mindset discipline. This is where I post my favorite quotes that I come across or that I want that I know right from reading different books. I post them here. Each one worth a lot of knowledge. So I post them here just to remind myself and everybody about how markets behave. And TA experts area is this is for technical analysis, where as I'm flipping through charts every single day, right, I come across charts that are worth sharing, right? So any stocks that are worth sharing, I post them here, right? So and I generally classify them as a breakout or falling knives or pullbacks, right? Interesting or just interesting, right? So I post those charts here, and some are tradable, some are not, right? If for those who wants to learn on their own, right, and trade by themselves, right, you can probably do it by yourself, right? You can monitor, for instance, Aristonet here. It's forming a nice contraction pattern here, and it can break out at any point of time. Could be downside or could be upside, right? So you can trade it independently yourself, right? And also, you can also learn, hey, this is how you draw charts. Okay, I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'll set it up myself too, right? So this is for the people who are interested in learning about technical analysis and learn from these charts, right? So obviously everything is collaborative. You can ask questions for each chart that I posted here. Like what you can ask any questions, right? So I'm available to you through DM, or I would encourage you to ask in the member chats so that everybody else can also participate and learn from the discussion, right? So for those who are watching and who are interested about this Discord membership, right? So here is the details for the Discord membership. Essentially, there is a free access to this Discord server where you get access to the community, where you can participate and ask questions or discuss in the community. And you will get one to two free trade ideas a week, right? So I post time to time different trading ideas in a given week. Okay, and sometimes more often, it depends on market conditions. And whenever I do Zoom meetings to discuss market analysis, either to do the market analysis or to go through a couple of trade ideas, right? Or could be Ask Me Anything sessions, you have access to those Zoom meetings as well. Okay. So that's a free tier, and otherwise premium tier. Premium tier is $99 a month or $9.99 a year. Essentially, you get to save 2 months free membership, basically, right? So I provide trade ideas for all time frames. Okay, so it could be scalpers, swing traders, long-term investments, right? All of them, and even 401ks offer suggestions in 401ks and IRAs. Okay. So how you can maximize your 401k returns by choosing the right funds so that you get maximum value out of this 401k. Uh, and every single day, provide market analysis. Like I discussed about the Market Pulse channel and discuss the hot themes, what themes are prevailing, what themes are lagging, right? What are leading and what are lagging themes. And as I develop new features like Stwealth, it could be more bots, or it could be expected moves, or overnight swings, or any new setups, right? As I'm developing new setups, you will have access to them unfiltered, and we'll have full access to all of those setups as I go. Okay. So income strategies using options, those trades also you started seeing them in the Discord channels. So you can take those as well. Okay, and access to all the premium bots that as part of the Discord channel. So you get to type the commands and get valuable insights of any stocks that you're interested in. You can scan the barcode here, or you can type in bot.com/strength for stocks to sign up. Welcome aboard. Talk to you. Thanks.